It's my birthday, and I love to give gifts on my birthday. So I have decided to give away my Root to Rise book, my new book on Amazon. It's the digital Kindle version away for free today through Friday. And I thought I'd take a few minutes to just tell you a little bit about the book and why I've been really spending years putting this together and what it's all about. So, for those of you who don't know, the book is called Root to Rise: How to Love Life, and it comes in basically three phases. So the first phase is called Roots, and that's really about these main five life root areas that I've identified. Your your health, your career, your relationships, your friends, and your family, and how you meet the human needs associated with with those root areas. So we all have, these areas that we're trying to keep in balance, and we all have different ways that we meet the needs of those roots, and sometimes we get stuck along the way. And it really it can feel that way when you are in a place where you're wondering, is this all there is in life? Or if you're wondering, like, why didn't I reach the goals that I had for myself by now? Or you're just looking at your life and it's just so different than what you had dreamed of for it when you were younger. The book is particularly good for people in midlife transitions, really any life transitions. It's based on nature-based wisdom. It's based on human needs psychology. The roots of it come from my coaching certification in the Robbins Madonna's training program that I got back in 2011. And some of you guys know that I used to conduct workshops before the pandemic, which I might get back into. And I have an online course for it. But during the pandemic, I thought, oh gosh, we are all so zoomed out and just, need to get offline sometimes. And so I thought it would be a good time to actually write the book. So, I went way deeper than the online course and the workshop to put together this basically 400-page book. And I want to tell you about the other phases of the book, but I want to also tell you that the print version is being laid out right now. So, what I have available is the Kindle and digital version. So, all you have to do is go to the link that I'm going to provide here on Amazon and download it completely free today, free through Friday. And then next week it goes up to $7.99. So, I'm hoping that you grab it. If you have any interest in personal growth and development, in self-help, in helping yourself through anything challenging, knowing the world is crazy as it is right now, I'm hoping that that resonates with you, and that you know that all of us need help sometimes. So, grab the book while you can. You can always read it later. And if it calls to you, it's super helpful to me for you to leave a review. And it's not just for me, it's for other people trying to determine if the book is right for them. You don't even have to read all of the book to be able to leave a review. I think you can get the gist in the first few chapters, even about whether it's resonating with you. I tell a little bit about my story to be relatable and for people to understand really why I'm on this mission to help people love life. And it's just, partially because it's not always easy to do so. I'm not a Pollyanna person. I'm not, somebody who just like thinks it should be easy to love life. I think that there's real tools that we need, real skills that we have to build in order to build that kind of resilience against life challenges. And that is what this book is about. It's a guidebook that has tools. There's a real framework. The Root to Rise framework is something I've spent years and years developing. I pulled from my coaching, and all of my different practices. So there's a lot of inspirations, a lot of influences, and so yeah, it starts in the roots. It starts, getting into the deep roots, figuring out your tap root, which is basically, your real why, and what can really keep you going when things get super tough, and then how you're balancing those five root areas of your life and how you're serving those needs. When we understand the human needs, it unlocks so much. You can really start to see why your life is, what how it is right now. It gives you the why behind it. It's like one decision at a time. We've met certain needs on different levels, and through that we have made a series of decisions that's led us to where we are today. And when we understand the hidden forces that are behind making those decisions, which are the human needs, and how we've done that in these different areas of our life, you would be shocked at the aha moments that can come out of that. So that's the first phase of the book, is really understanding that you have to learn the needs, you have to learn about the root areas, and how you can assess for yourself the ways that you've been meeting your needs, and determine whether they've been positive or negative. And if they can use work, then you can use the book and the soon to come companion workbook to come up with strategies and solutions for finding high quality ways of meeting your needs in really, really healthy ways. So that's the first of three phases of the book. So the second phase is called resilience. So roots, then resilience, and then rise is the third phase. During the resilience phase, it's all about emotional stability. It's learning about tools like the triad, which is about balancing your physical kind of physiology, your focus, and your the meaning that you attach to things, that summons emotions. And so you learn different tools and tricks for helping build like a stable core foundation for when life starts to throw you all these crazy storms, and you know um, tries to uproot you. The root to rise, basically the whole premise is that when we root down and balance our roots and create a strong foundation, we can then rise to our fullest potential and expect ourselves to meet the expectations that we have for ourselves. And I think that a lot of times we have these ideas for, what it is that we, thought we wanted to do or be or, experience in this life. And sometimes we wonder why it didn't happen the way that we thought. And when we look at the fact that maybe our root system isn't strong enough, we could go back into those roots, build that strength from ground up, and then find use these coaching tools for building resilience for when life storms come. And by life storms, I mean everybody who can feel the energy of the environment right now and how challenging it is in the world. But we also have day-to-day struggles, and we have trials that where we're really challenged, whether it be loss, having to move. It can be loss of a person, it can be loss of a former identity, it can be loss of a job, of a house, of a something that we relied on for security. And when those kind of things happen, we need to be able to have that self-confidence that we can get through it. So it takes some work, and along the way, not all of us have been able to build all of the necessary skills to get through that, or if we have, it's been through hard won trials and tribulations and hard won wisdom. So that is super valuable, and that's something we can gift out. And that's part of what my book is about, is gifting my experiences out and the tools that I've learned in order to help people. And then the last phase is the rise phase. And this is the phase that everybody wants to jump to because it's the fun part. It's the vision of what we have when we're in our fullest expression of ourselves in our life. And so we want to kind of live there, but if we don't do that work in the roots and build that solid foundation in our core and all of that, it's hard to achieve quite what we want. We might see some success in some areas, but for us to live to our really fullest expression of our potential, there is some opportunity to envision that for ourselves. And again, real coaching tools around manifesting that and how to rise to it, and realize that through understanding these human needs that we can find a way to give back and out to our community, because when we start to come from that place of not just serving our own needs but the needs of others, and transcending some of our own needs, and serving the other people in need, we can we could basically benefit from all of our other needs being served. And I explain that a lot in the book about moving into transcendence, and connection and giving and all of that as something to connect to around a higher purpose that can really, really fulfill you for the long term. And so I just want to invite you to get the book while it's free, and thank you to those who have. And I mean, just today I've seen over 200 downloads, which is incredible, and I have over 15 reviews. So read what other people are saying. There's been a couple independent book reviews too that I can post about it, but I am super excited to launch this. It's my birthday, like I said, and I love giving gifts on my birthday. I know it's weird, but I have a history of doing that, and so even though this has been years and years in the making, and I feel like it's incredibly valuable and is worth, selling, I have decided that this week I am giving it away for free. So download it now, and let me know what you think. This is not a one-sided conversation. I really want to hear from my community what's resonating and what they're struggling with, and what you might be interested in learning more about, because now that the book is out, the next step is that the physical book, the paperback, is coming. It's being laid out right now. And then the companion workbook is coming. And then I'm going to be doing events. So, workshops, groups, circles, and talks and whatnot. One of the talk ideas I have is about how we can change the course of our life in one split decision. One decision, we can completely change the direction of our life. We're not actually stuck. We could decide to, change jobs. We can decide to leave a relationship. We can decide to start a relationship. We can decide to move. We can decide all kinds of things. It's within our power. But there are ways that we can assure that our success by looking a little more deeply at what are these needs behind our decision making, and why we want what we want, right? What we're willing to do about it. And those questions are key life questions that you can use to get to that key answer that shifts you in a way that, is what people call personal transformation. You can really move into a whole new you. So I think I'm working on a talk around that. I would love to, talk with more of you about it, and hear more about what's going on with you and how the book is landing, how the content is helping you. And I figured that now is the time to just say thank you so, so, so much for downloading the book, for commenting, for sharing it, for leaving reviews. I have so many wonderful people in my life who have been doing this, and I'm just in complete and total awe of people sharing the book and leaving reviews and saying such amazing things. And I just feel so seen. I just feel so loved, and I'm just giving that right back out at you. So thank you so much for your time and attention. I know your time is the most absolute valuable thing that you can offer. And so thanks for being with me here and checking out the book. And yeah, helping me celebrate my birthday. Thank you. Take care.